We continue to honor the memory of 5 teens killed after they crashed into a body of water. Those 5 teens, Jackson Eyre, Amanda Ferguson, Eric Paul, Brianna Coleman, and Jesus Salinas. We learned late this afternoon from Fort Myers police that speed was a factor in the crash, but there's still many questions that have yet to be answered.
And one of those, how does law enforcement investigate a crash scene like this and then determine exactly what went wrong? Well, the Night Beach Just In Case gives us a clearer picture of how they do that.
Few details have been released about the crash on Topgolf Way that claimed the lives of 5 teenagers. Police believe speed was a factor in the crash that ended in a retention pond. They also pointed out that this light pole was already down before the crash happened.
The accident scene tells you a lot of information about how a crash occurs.
We spoke with 2 accident reconstruction experts. Neither is taking part in this investigation, but they explained that much like airplanes, most modern cars also have black boxes inside.
And it does require some sort of an event to start recording that data.
Forensic engineer William Fisher explained that these event data recorders can also tell you a great deal of information about what was happening with the car before, during, and after a crash.
Vehicle's wheel speed, the vehicle engine RPM, the steering wheel position, for example, how many degrees it's turned left or right, and if the brake pedal was depressed or not, and also the gas pedal position.
Fisher uses a grid system similar to a tic-tac-toe board to reconstruct crashes. The vertical columns include humans, vehicles, and environment, and the horizontal rows focus on before, during, and after a crash.
What the humans were doing, or is there an impairment issue, or are they appropriately licensed, or where were they looking possibly? Or is there any sort of other visibility issues?
He says investigators will look at speed and whether anything was wrong with the vehicle, as well as environmental factors.
The environment may or may not play a role into it, as infection of the roadway surface or a line of sight issue if there's visibility problems.
Just In Case, Wink News.
Justin, thanks. Now, one of the accident reconstruction experts, Casey Breen, also explained that tire marks can help determine how fast a car was going, and if the tire marks in the grass, then they can also tell them that there should be a collection of grass and dirt near the end of those tracks if the car was braking.
We're also learning new details about funeral arrangements for 2 of the teenagers. Gendron Funeral Home will handle the service for Jesus Salinas. We know Jesus worked at Cheddar's in the Gulf Coast Town Center. They're still hurt and wish not to say anything at this time. The other is Jackson Eyre, who was one of the 4 that worked at the Texas Roadhouse in Fort Myers. A viewing and funeral is scheduled for Saturday at 11 a.m. at Summit Church. For more details on the funerals and services, we have the latest on winknews.com. Tomorrow there will be a candlelight ceremony at Texas Roadhouse in Fort Myers around 9 or 10 p.m.